How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Now, Reddit is one of the most popular social media platforms out there, and it's a place where a lot of people look for recommendations on things like VPNs, antivirus, and many different products. Granted, these recommendations are not always the best out there, and they're not actually backed by any technical knowledge or research for the most part. That said, other testimonials and experiences do play a huge role in figuring out whether or not a product is worth your time. And so after going through many different Reddit threads discussing VPN recommendations, I put together a list of the top 5 most recommended VPNs according to Reddit, and I'll also be sharing my input on each of these to help you figure out which one works best for you. And of course, if you'd like to check out any of the VPNs I mentioned in this video, you'll find links to pricing and discounts as well as full reviews in the description down below. Alright, so starting with the most recommended VPN according to Reddit, we have ExpressVPN. Now, this is not exactly a surprise because Express is also my top recommendation as it's very easy to use, connects to servers almost instantly, and it's the most secure VPN on this list. When it comes to privacy policy, Express has a strict no-logs policy, and they operate on RAM-only servers, meaning that there is no physical way they can log, store, or share your data. And since anyone can just claim they have a strict no-logs policy, Express also has gone through several audits conducted by independent auditing firms such as KPMG, all of which came in great standing and proved that Express does in fact hold up their policies. Now, some Reddit users have expressed some concern over the Cape Technology acquisition of ExpressVPN because Cape was a former malware distributor. But this news came out in 2021, and there's been no reports of breaches since then. And all the audited reports conducted after the announcement prove the trustworthiness of Express. And this is also backed up by a real-life stress test where the Turkish government seized one of ExpressVPN's servers as part of an ongoing investigation, only to find nothing on that server, making Express the most secure VPN on the market. Now, as far as performance goes, Express is one of the fastest VPNs on the market and is only rivaled by NordVPN, making it a great option for streaming, gaming, and torrenting. It's also the quickest at connecting and disconnecting from servers, as it only takes a second or two to establish a connection, while other VPNs take several seconds to do that. And as far as streaming goes, Express has been the most consistent at accessing streaming services in my experience, and it can access pretty much any library out there, as it has over 3,000 servers in 105 countries. Now, as far as ease of use goes, ExpressVPN is as plug-and-play as it can get, since it stays clear of the most advanced options that don't interest beginner and intermediate users. Now, this does mean it might not have as many bonus features as other VPNs on this list, but it sure does have all the essential features such as the kill switch and split tunneling. And so I would highly recommend ExpressVPN if you're looking for the easiest to use, best performing, and most secure VPN out there. And I would especially recommend it if you're a privacy conscious individual. Alright, so the next VPN we have on this list is going to be none other than NordVPN, as it's the fastest, most value option of these 5 VPNs. Now, when it comes to speed, it's completely natural for a VPN to experience a drop in speed due to the time it takes to encrypt your data. That said, how much the speed drops is what distinguishes between good and lousy VPNs. So anything between 10 to 25% is considered excellent, and even up to 40% is still considered good, but you never want to go above that because you'd be sacrificing almost half of your speed at that point. And as far as Express and Nord go, they both achieved between 10 to 25% drops during my test. But there were some instances where Nord went even below 10% thanks to the NordLynx protocol, making Nord arguably the fastest VPN on the market. Now, as far as servers go, Nord has the largest list of countries out of all 5 VPNs, as it has over 6,400 servers in 111 different countries, which again will give you access to a lot of content. And similar to Express, it's very consistent at accessing different streaming services such as Netflix, Hulu, and HBO Max. And as far as value goes, you'll also get a lot of bonus features like an app kill switch on top of the conventional kill switch, threat protection that blocks ads and malware, and a bunch of specialty servers like Onion over VPN, Double VPN, and P2P servers. Besides that, Nord also has a strict no-logs policy and operates on RAM-only servers, and similar to Express, it has gone through several independent audits by firms such as Deloitte, all of which came in good standing as well. Now, it might not be as verified as Express because it did not go through a real-life stress test, but this is good enough to consider NordVPN a secure and trusted option. And so if you're looking for the fastest, best value VPN that has a lot of bonus features and options that you don't get with Express, go with Nord. Moving on to the third VPN recommendation, we have Surfshark, which is going to be the best budget option out of all 5 VPNs. The thing is, despite being so affordable, Surfshark does not sacrifice security or performance to cut costs, and even offers a bunch of bonus features like specialty servers, web protection, and an ad blocker. And similar to Express and Nord, Surfshark also has a strict no-logs policy that is audited by firms such as Deloitte, and they operate on RAM-only servers as well. Now, although it's typically not as fast as Nord and Express, it's still really fast and outperforms most VPNs on the market, as it had around 15 to 35% speed drop according to my tests, which is still considered great. Besides that, Surfshark will allow you to secure an unlimited number of devices with one subscription, as opposed to Nord's 10 device limit and ExpressVPN's 8 device limit. So it's basically the best option if you're looking for a fast, low budget VPN that gets the job done at the best possible cost without sacrificing security or any important features. And the cherry on top is that you can share it with your friends and family. Alright, so the fourth Reddit recommendation we have on this list is going to be TorGuard, and that's because many Reddit users praised its speeds, reasonable pricing, and its capability to access streaming services. As far as speed goes, it's performed pretty similar to ExpressVPN, as it settled between 10 to 25% speed drops, which is great. And as far as streaming goes, I wouldn't say it's as consistent as Express, but it's good enough to be considered a viable streaming VPN. Now, as far as privacy policy goes, they do claim that they have a no logs policy and they operate on RAM-only servers, but none of this can be verified for sure since TorGuard has not gone through any independent audit reports, which is a major negative. And so TorGuard is a great option when it comes to speed and streaming, though I wouldn't recommend it if you value privacy and security unless they do go through an audit report down the line. And finally, our last option on this list is going to be PIA, which is a really good option if you're looking for a secure VPN that's even cheaper than Surfshark. When it comes to privacy policies, PIA has a strict no logs policy and operates on RAM-only servers, and this policy has been audited and verified by Deloitte, which audited both Nord and Surfshark. Besides that, many Reddit users praise PIA for its fast internet speeds, and according to my tests, it had between 10 to 25% speed drops, making it an excellent option if you're looking for a fast VPN. Now, despite being very secure, extremely fast, as well as the cheapest option on this list, PIA does have some shortcomings. For example, when it comes to speed, yes, it's pretty fast, but at random times the speed drops significantly, and there seems to be no indicator of why, so it's not as consistently fast as you might want it to be. Also, when it comes to streaming, I found it to be quite difficult to access streaming services with PIA, and it worked twice every 10 attempts during my testing. So I wouldn't recommend it if you're looking for a streaming VPN. That said, if you're looking for a cheap VPN just to protect your privacy and security, and you're not interested in streaming services or having consistent speeds, then PIA is a good option. And that'll be all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to use the links in the description to grab yourself the best discounts possible, and check out the full reviews as well if you want to know more about these VPNs. Besides that, like and subscribe to see more of these videos, and let me know in the comments if there's anything cybersecurity you'd like me to cover. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.